So I wanted to talk about Korean dramas that I'm currently watching on Netflix and Viki. So thought I would come on to TikTok live and see what other people are watching as well. I've got some of my favorites that I'm going to chat about, but feel free to ask me any questions. I watch quite a number of K-dramas. So the one that I watched last night was Uri the Virgin, and so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. It just wrapped up. There are 14 episodes to it, and so I thought that was interesting because normally most K-dramas are 16 episodes, so it stopped short 2 episodes, and I think I don't know if it originally was meant to be 14 episodes, but definitely I think that they just kind of ran out of material and they were just like, okay, this is good enough. There was a lot of intrigue and different things that were going on with this K-drama, and yet, I don't know, it didn't really work for me in terms of like what I think would be an amazing drama. It was okay. It was definitely good, but not amazing where I would watch it again. There's some dramas that I watch, over and over again, but Uri the Virgin is definitely not one of them, and it's not for lack of trying. They definitely, they tried. They gave it a good run of effort, but for me, it just wasn't what I would like in terms of a Korean drama to hold my attention. Like my Liberation Notes, that one was amazing, and so is Our Blues. That one also is amazing. But for me, Uri the Virgin, it was okay. I would definitely say if you are a fan of Sung-hoon and he is a very attractive gentleman, then for sure, try it out. But for others, like I would say it's just kind of medium to, I would say it's okay. And so for me, Uri the Virgin, she was Im Soo-hyung, and Im Soo-hyung is a very good actress. Like she's been in a few K-dramas going in different genres. Like she is a pretty, she can play many different roles. So I was actually really surprised for her to play Uri the Virgin after she recently finished a drama where she played a high school student. So she was a high school student in Gangnam ID with Cha Eun-woo, and he's very attractive as well. But so she was in that drama. I love that drama, and if you could watch Gangnam is My ID or ID is Gangnam Beauty, that one, amazing. And I think you could watch it on Viki. Yeah, My ID is Gangnam Beauty. And I thought she was so good in that drama, and I would highly recommend that. And of course, if you're a Cha Eun-woo fan, he is from the K-pop boy group, and I think it's Astro. I think he's in the group Astro. So I would recommend that drama. And so if you like the both of them, I would recommend that one. And it's also very cute. Is it on Netflix? It's really cute. I think that drama has a lot of charm, a lot of very good chemistry between the lead actress and Cha Eun-woo. And I feel like they're very different in age. Like they're pretty different in age. So I think it says a lot for them to have good chemistry between the two of them. And then also, she was in a Korean drama recently, When I Was the Most Beautiful. That one was very dramatic, still very different. So we go from My ID is Gangnam Beauty, which was like a teenage rom-com Cinderella transformation K-drama, to When I Was Most Beautiful, where she is an extremely unfortunate, beautiful lead actress or lead character, and then she is somehow a teacher where Jisoo, the actor falls in love with her, but then she ends up marrying the older brother. There's this huge drama between the brother, which is her husband, and what happens for several years. I don't want to give it away. But then Jisoo just has this strong attraction for her, and so he keeps continuing to have this giant crush on her over the many, many years. His mom's from Marriage and Divorce. Love featuring Marriage and Divorce. Which one? Which mom? The mother from Gangnam ID or the mom? Oh, Sung-hoon. Sung-hoon was in Love featuring Marriage and Divorce on Netflix as well. He was in that one, but he did not come back for season 3, which I thought was... I did not like season 3 from Love featuring Marriage and Divorce. The reason being, it was so disjointed. It was so crazy. It was like, I think they call it makjang, where it's over the top, really, I don't want to say bad acting, but extremely intense, like over the top acting. Oh, Cha Eun-woo. Yeah, there's so many mothers, and there was one mom who's everyone's mom, and they kind of recycle actors and actresses quite a bit, because I think that they, if you are a good, reliable actor, they just keep you going. But Sung-hoon was in Love featuring Marriage and Divorce, and I would recommend that season 1 and 2 over Uri the Virgin. Like, there was something a little bit too contrived over the storyline for Uri the Virgin. Love featuring Marriage and Divorce, season 1 and 2, cliffhangers. I was so looking forward to it. Like, every single couple, from the older couple who were parents to Sung-hoon's character, like the really old couple, like they had marital problems, but then eventually they became like together. And then also, I really disliked the psychiatrist, because he had an affair with a younger woman. He was hitting on the stepmom. He just was so conniving. But then you have to give props to the actor that I actually believed that that was who he is. So the actor did a great job, because if you really dislike the character, that means the actor is really doing their job. Because like, for me to actually feel one way or the other about a make-believe person, that says a lot about the actor. And I also feel like they put more effort into it, because like in season 1 and 2, there are a lot more scenes, picturesque scenes, like the horse stable scene where they were doing equestrian stuff. Like, I'm sure that costs money. And then, the golf country club scene. Season 1 and 2, I think they put a lot of money into it, and the storyline was much better. Season 3, it was almost like a comedy, but not because it was meant to be a comedy. Like, the 2 Grim Reapers towards the end, like, who put on their makeup? Like, the Grim Reapers who ended up at the really rich family's home, like they were just sitting on the couch with the lady who had the affair with Sung-hoon's character. They're all kind of just sitting on the couch, like hanging out. But I don't know if there's going to be a season 4. Like, I kind of feel like it was so unimpressive with season 3. Like, how are they going to make up for it? Like, I think like all the wives got their comeuppance against their husbands that cheated on them. Like, they got their, I guess, revenge. I don't even know if revenge is a good word for it. They came out ahead, honestly. Like, the 2 ladies that were married to the philandering husbands, they married much... I don't know if marrying up is a proper terminology for it, but they married men who really loved them and were really wealthy, I guess, extremely wealthy, and they just were so much well taken care of than what was originally, happening. So I kind of feel like they did much better the second time around. And I think in Korean culture, like, there's this Korean saying, like, if they've been married and then divorced, it's almost like they've been there, done that, or they came and went, or they came, they saw, they conquered, and then they left. So that's almost kind of like that term, and I can't say it because my Korean's awful, but that's something. So they did their first round, and I feel like their second round did much better. I don't even know if there would need to be a season 4 because they lost some amazing characters, and I do like some of the replacements. Like the person who replaced Sung-hoon, the youngest guy, I don't know where he came from. I've never seen him before. The acting quality was just subpar. It was really not believable. He just doesn't have that presence that Sung-hoon does. And also the stepmother who basically killed her rich husband by feeding him really bad meals. The new grandma, like, I've seen her in a lot of K-dramas. I think she is essentially a good actress, but I think because she had to take over a role that some other person already put their personality and their claim on, it was hard to really believe her. Like, I felt like she was stepping into somebody else's shoes. Good effort, but again, I think I've at least seen her in a lot of different dramas, and I think like she did okay, but she was just kind of not the greatest. And then the psychiatrist, the one that I really ended up disliking so much just because he was such a powerful actor, the guy that replaced him was just very lukewarm, extremely just kind of like meh. Like, I didn't really think that he was anything big. And then the love story between his name is Bube. Yeah, his last name is Bu, B-U. His first name is Bae, which is B-A-E. His name is Bu Bae. Like, whoever helped him pick out that name, they didn't run it by like any kind of English speaker, because I can't imagine that being a great name. Like, oh, and then this actor Bube, like, or yeah, it's not. Anyways, that was in a very awkward love story. Like, he was almost there for gratuitous kind of like body shots. Like, he was always mostly naked. Like, he was in the swimming pool a lot, wearing, swim trunks, or showering, or doing different things where he just didn't have on a lot of clothes. And then the interaction between him and his love interest, which was the ex-wife, or the first wife's club, very awkward. They tried to make it romantic, silly, and fun, and it was just cringy. I would say that that's the best way to put it. There was just very cringe-y, extremely just like nails on chalkboard. And I was so disappointed because that was one of the dramas that I was really looking forward to. But yeah, Sung-hoon was in that one, so I definitely at least recommend 1 and 2. Uri the Virgin, if you like rom-coms, and I don't know, I never watched Jane the Virgin, which is a US-based show. You all can tell me whether it's worthwhile to. I actually probably won't watch it because I do Korean drama reviews. I don't do US drama reviews. The other one that I watched off of Viki was From Now On Showtime, and I already gave my K-drama recommendation for that as well. I did not understand this drama. I tried watching it. I would run it in the background, but then like whatever was distracting me, I would get engrossed in that. And by the time I would look back to From Now On Showtime, I was lost. I was never very much interested in it. I actually like the lead actress. Park Hae-jin, okay, the male lead is Park Hae-jin, and he was in Cheese in the Trap, which was a huge K-drama, and then he was also in East of Eden, which is also a big K-drama. But I think for the most part, he was pretty much East of Eden, which was many, 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 many years ago. He was the bad guy in that one. I guess he was in My Love from Another Star, but I don't recall him in that one. He was also in Doctor Stranger. Doctor Stranger was very interesting. It was with Lee Jong-suk, and he is a very good actor. And I think he's dating a famous Korean actress and bought her a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something. It was in like social media news. And Doctor Stranger was kind of fun. It was about North Korean, like he was taken over to North Korea by his dad to do heart surgery, but then he got stuck there. He fell in love with a North Korean, and then all of a sudden he escaped. That one was actually pretty good. I liked that one. But otherwise, I'm not that big of a fan of him, but I do like the female lead actress, and her name is Jin Gi-joo. And the reason why I like her is because one of the first Korean dramas that I ever watched was Come and Hug Me. That's on Viki. And she was in that drama with Jang Gi-young. Yeah, I think his name is Jang Gi-young. Yeah, Jang Gi-young. And that one was a major thriller, like kind of like horror / psychological thriller, because his dad was a serial killer who ended up killing her mother, an actress. And then it ended up that Jin Gi-joo, the lead female, she became an actress later. And then Jang Gi-young's character, I think he was a cop, or I forget exactly what he did, but he ended up pretty much falling in love with her because they knew each other from like when they were really young, and then like came back together. He's really good. He went into the military recently, and right before he went into the military, he did another really good drama called My Roommate is a Gumiho with Lee Hyeri. That one, so good. It was so entertaining. He was a very good gumiho, and usually females are gumihos, but he was the gumiho. And then Lee Hyeri is a very good actress. She's fun. I really liked her in Reply 1988 as well. So he was in that drama, and he was amazing. But then the next drama, and it got a lot of negative review, mostly because he was partnered with Song Hye-kyo, and she basically did her exact same drama with Jang Gi-young that she did with Park Bo-gum. And that one was called Encounter or Boyfriend, where Park Bo-gum's character, he was like a photographer in Cuba. They met, they fall in love. She was really rich, and they ended up falling in love. That one was a really good drama, Encounter. But the one with Song Hye-kyo and Jang Gi-young in, God, what was that called? Jang Gi-young's, that one was really bad. Let me see if I can find it. Anyways, he did that one. Oh, Now We Are Breaking Up. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. They were in France. She again is like this really accomplished, like very career-driven woman. Same character as Encounter. Falling in love with this younger guy overseas. Instead of Cuba, they fall in love in Paris, France. And they have this like really like a big affair or whatever. I actually think Encounter was cuter because it was more about salsa dancing and Cuba, touring Cuba. The one in France, she ended up just being like having a one night stand with him, and it was really awkward, and she was just being really businesslike. It was just weird. It was like a weird encounter. But I gotta say, if anything, don't watch that one. I would watch Encounter, and I would watch it in the wintertime because it's a winter-based K-drama. It's so pretty in the wintertime because it's snowing in Seoul. They eat wintertime food. They're wearing wintertime outfits. I've watched that 3 different times during the wintertime. So every year I watch that one. And I also watch Romance is a Bonus Book with Lee Jong-suk and Jang Nara. No, not Jang Nara. I forget her name, but she's married to not Wonbin. Yeah, it is Wonbin. She's married to Wonbin. So whoever is married to Wonbin is in the K-drama Romance is a Bonus Book with Lee Jong-suk. That one is such a good winter drama. Those are my top 2 favorite wintertime dramas. Love that one. Anyways, back to what I'm watching now. So I would not recommend from now on Showtime. It's very disjointed, hard to follow, no chemistry, really like just chaotic. I think that that's a really good way to describe it. It was just chaos. Like they also put like some historical romantic thing to it, and I did not like it. So, but I think Philip, you had mentioned that you liked Beauty Inside with Lee Min-gi and the actress who is in Beauty Inside and also another Miss O. Okay, so she's in a new K-drama called Why Her? So Hyunjin. I think you had mentioned her yesterday when we were kind of chatting. And she's in a new K-drama with Hwang In-yup. So he was the second lead guy in My ID is Gangnam Beauty. So we were just talking about My ID is Gangnam Beauty. Hwang In-yup was the bad boy character, second lead male to Cha Anu's character. And he had this hilarious scene where he was in like these leopard boxer shorts, just got out of the shower. He was like all dancing and singing around. And he walks out to his, not even paying attention that the lead female was there putting on makeup to his younger sister. That was a really good scene. Very, very like memorable. And I think like a lot of people on TikTok like kind of not spoofed it, but they clipped it and like gave mention to it. It was good. And Hwang In-yup is in a new K-drama with So Hyunjin called Why Her? I haven't seen it. Like I like the both of them, but I don't know if they have chemistry. Like she just seems much older than him. Like I just saw him in a high school K-drama. He looks like he could be partnered with like someone much younger. Like not that age is always going to be a big deal. Like there's a lot of Nuna and Ajuma romances with younger guys, but this one just doesn't seem believable to me. And just reading the synopsis off of the Viki website, it says the youngest partner at one of the nation's most prestigious law offices, which is a female lead, So Hyunjin's character, has already proven that she has what it takes to be one of the country's best lawyers. Driven by her self-righteous principles and never-ending desire to win, she is well on her way to becoming one of the top attorneys, but one of her cases takes an unexpected turn and then she starts to fail. Okay, I just kind of condensed it. Demoted, she takes on an adjunct professor role at a law school, so she must have lost her job. I don't know. There's nothing that compelling for me to watch this unless you think it's something. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with Why Her. But it says like she has a crush on her student. I don't know. That one, I think teacher-student relationships, that should just be a no, because I don't think it sends the right message out to the world. Like, not to say that people are getting life's lessons from K-dramas, but I do think like that kind of energy and storyline, it eventually, you know, it does, once it goes into people's brains, that's not a good thing. But, you know, you could correct me if I'm wrong. And the other, I guess, I'm not really, I guess, watching a bunch on Viki. The other one that I'm considering to watch that's on my watch list is Eve. And Eve is with Soyeji. And if you remember, oh, I have a visitor. So Soyeji, of course, was in the K-drama It's Okay Not to Be Okay with Kim Soo-hyun. I think that's his name. He was in My Love from Another Star with Jun Ji-hyun. All these names, it's like my mind doing somersaults. So So Ye-ji was in It's Okay Not to Be Okay with Kim Soo-hyun. And I thought it was good. I just recently watched it, and I think I did a lot of different TikTok videos on it. And I thought it was good. And I think that it is really interesting, very different. I especially liked that her character was so believable as kind of like a sociopath with a heart of gold. You know, kind of like she intends well, but she's also a sociopath with semi-violent tendencies, with a murderous mother that went missing or killed by the father. So she kind of had a messed up life, definitely. And so anyways, she's in a new K-drama called Eve, and it's also on Viki. So I kind of think that it might be good. It kind of reminds me of Black Swan with Natalie Portman. And I don't know if it's I think it's about dancing, but I think it's about, the world of ballroom dance. I don't know. There's always like, in the commercials, there always seem like they're dancing, and it seemed like ballroom style dancing. But yeah, I guess it's about rich people fighting over money. So that's always interesting. And so that is one that is on my to be watched list. I'm not watching it as of yet, but I am kind of excited to watch it. There is a bunch of others that I haven't finished. The one that I really liked that I didn't really give any kind of airtime is The All-Around Wife. It got an 8.2 stars on Viki, but I love this drama. There was 122 30-minute episodes, so it's very easy to watch. But it's not for everyone, because it's one of those daily dramas that follows a couple of families' lives. And so it's very, I wouldn't say it's tedious because I enjoy it, but it's not like what you would call a dramatic or rom-com. It's pretty much about this family's life and kind of the struggles that they go through it. One of the characters, and I wonder if this is going to show up, she is the lead actress in this K-drama. And what I really liked about her is that she played the middle-aged wife really well, and she's very stunning. So I think they kind of played down her looks a little bit to make her more wife-ish looking. And she did such a good job. And they took her storyline in many different directions, and I thought she did really well. And I remember I first saw her in one of my favorite Korean dramas with Song Hye-kyo and Rain, which is Full House. Like, Full House K-drama is one of the ones that I loved. Hey, nice seeing you again. It's been a while. So I'm just talking about all the different K-dramas that I'm currently watching, and I was just kind of giving my recommendations about what I've watched on Viki. So yeah, I really enjoyed The All Around Wife. So, and I was trying to get into All In, and All In was a 2003 K-drama. Ooh, you're watching Eve? So I just wrapped up talking about that one, but it's with So Ye-jin. And I was just saying she was really good in It's Okay Not to Be Okay with Kim Soo-hyun. They had good chemistry, and I felt like she played such a good sociopath with a heart of gold. So I really liked that K-drama, and I think it's definitely worthwhile watching. I liked all the characters and that strange twist at the end, which I won't give away right now, but it's so good. I definitely think It's Okay Not to Be Okay is good, but I haven't watched Eve as of yet. I'm not sure. Would you say that you would recommend to watch it? It looks very, very dramatic, and So Ye-ji, she looks like she's quite the seductress, almost like bad girl character in that one. And there's like a couple of men that are fighting for her. So it just looks like really dramatic with a lot of tension. It doesn't seem like it's a very fun, happy K-drama. It looks really intense, not like go with the flow K-drama. The other K-drama that I'm currently watching, she's really good, and I'm glad she's back from her like hiatus, because she had that kind of negative press that came out about her past dating life, and I guess it really isn't any of our business, but yeah, so that was on, and she's back, which I think is good. And I feel like a lot of Korean actors, they are having to justify or to give reasons about what they did when they were younger. And, I think a lot of people have like stuff that they did when they were younger that they're not happy about. And, netizens can be very cruel. But something came out recently too in social media where they were having to explain it was with Nam Joo-hyuk, and he was in the K-drama Startup and Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bok-joo, and I really like Nam Joo-hyuk. Oh, and he was recently in 25 and 21 with Kim Tae-ri. Like, he was really good in that drama too. Like, I thought he was like a really likable character in that K-drama. I thought he was very good. I hope he resolves whatever social media issue everybody is going after him. They gave a release of statement, but I didn't pay attention because I don't want to bother with that type of social media kind of thing. So on Netflix, I am watching Alchemy of Souls. That one's pretty good. Like, it's kind of about a historical drama, and it's also fantasy. I think the Chinese I think it will appeal to Chinese drama watchers if it gets translated, because a lot of the clothing style and that historical look reminds me of like something that I used to watch a lot of Chinese kung fu movies, and that this reminds me 100% of a Chinese martial arts movie. Fantasy, she's kind of like a sorceress, martial arts expert, assassin, but then she's ooh, that's That's the oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Stop. Ooh. Hey, stop. 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 Something must have. Hey, stop. I'm going to pick you up. I know. It's like, be quiet. I am doing a TikTok live. You are being naughty. But yeah, Alchemy of Souls, like that one, it looks, I've watched the first couple of episodes and I'm not into historical martial arts K-dramas, but this one looks pretty good just because it's fun. And also the twist to it is not that she jumps from the assassin killer body that was amazing at the sorcery and being an assassin to going into a new body and like picking it up like that. She jumps into a weak woman's body. Like she can't do anything. It's actually pretty funny. So I like that comedy kind of aspect to it because it puts a different kind of twist on it. And the lead male character is Lee Jae-wook, and I do like him. He was first in Memoirs of Alhambra with Hyunbin. Totally different character. I would have never guessed that he was kind of like the crazy killer guy. And then he was in www.search playing this very introverted, shy, well-meaning new K-drama actor in the drama. And he was so sweet. I really loved his character in www.search. That one was so good. I watched it a couple of times, and partially because of his character. I just felt like he was just so sweet, and I just loved that. Oh, you're watching www.search? Or no, Alchemy of Souls. I'm like all over the place. They're all good. Alchemy of Souls, www.search. Lee Jae-wook is in all of them, and I like him as an actor. He is very believable. The one thing that I don't like about this drama is that they're kind of mixing in modern day K-pop hairstyle in with historical clothing attire and like a historical fantasy sorcery. It just doesn't match. Like I kind of feel like they could have done something a little bit different with the hair on the men. The women's hair, of course, is just the same, style, but the men, like one guy is blonde, not like silvery gray where it's like a mythical creature. It's just straight up bottled bleach blonde. I don't think that that's a very good look. And then Lee Jae-wook's character, he's got like some weird K-pop-y kind of like fried looking hair. They could have done a better job with the hairstyle. Like I feel like that doesn't quite match up for me. Like I feel like they could have done a little bit better with more harmony towards the styling of the characters. But that's just my opinion. And then the next thing on my watch list is Welcome to Wedding Hell. And I recently talked about that in just kind of like something that I was chatting about online. And the main character's Lee Jin-wook, he was recently in, and I'm going to butcher this, Bulgasal. It's some kind of historical drama where it's all about revenge. I did not watch that one. I heard it was very much like a better version or a happier ending than The Goblin. I love The Goblin. Gong Yoo is one of my favorite actors. I watched, I think, Goblin twice, and I love the bromance between him and Lee Dong-wook's character. Oh, thank you. This is actually, I got purple highlights at the salon because my hair is going a little bit gray, and so I decided rather than highlighting it blonde, I wanted it purple because my hair turns very brassy, and I like purple shampoo, and I just feel like it takes away all the brass out of my hair, because my hair, it actually goes very orangey blonde, not even blonde, it goes orange. It goes a very brassy orange. So I thought like purple with purple shampoo would just be better. That's what I thought. Who knows? Like, I mean, it's hair, so it's not, you could always shake it up. But he was in Bugersar, which I did not watch. I think I tried to watch one episode because I liked the lead actress as well. She was in Itaewon Class, I think. Was she? I think. But I didn't watch that. And I do like the lead actress, and her name is... What is her name? Her name is, Lee Yun-hee. She's so like... such a poised actress, and she was in East of Eden with the lead guy in From Now On Showtime. They were not love interests to each other. Her love interest was actually Song Sang-hoon. Cannot say his name. Song Sang-hoon. He's like a Korean A-list actor, very good. But the age difference, you could see it, even though it was like maybe 10 years ago and he was like way younger then. But then she was also way younger, so it was just a little bit awkward for me. So they are going through wedding hell, and just the wedding planning nightmare that happens. And I think it's not just a Korean thing. I think probably anywhere in the world, like having to throw a big occasion, getting two different families together with all the relatives and all the friends and all the headaches of, the cost and everything. So, yeah, I'm kind of watching that. And then I have gone on and on and on about how much I love Ara Blues and my liberation notes. So actually, I have this whole series thing I'm doing on my liberation notes on YouTube. And then I think after that, I might do Our Blues. I don't know as of yet. And then I also finished Tomorrow. That was excellent. It was with Kim Hee-sun, Ro Woon, and Lee Soo-hyuk. Rowan just didn't really do much in this K-drama. He was more just kind of comedy relief. The real romance and action was between Kim Hee-sun's character and Lee Soo-hyuk. So I'm not going to give anything away, but they just had such a good chemistry, the fighting, then like you see like what happens in the backstory, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that storyline alone would have carried the K-drama Tomorrow. Like, Lee Soo-hyuk is just such a good actor. Like, he doesn't have to do anything that big. Like, he just is, and I don't know, he has a very different voice. Like, it's deep and kind of like a little bit voice fried. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just has a very different voice. And him and Jang Gi-young, they were in a K-drama together. It was so good. I forgot what it was called, but they were in this reincarnation K-drama like a year or two ago. Like, well, the both of them are just good actors, but then together and them battling it out, and you don't know which one reincarnated into the next life. So that one was mind trippy for me because like, one was a serial killer or a psychopathic murderer. Okay, but if you can, watch that Lee Soo-hyuk one with Jang Gi-young. Okay, I did watch The Sound of Magic with Ji Chang-wook because he is one of my top favorite Korean actors. And I think I'm not ready yet for a K-drama / musical. And I know musicals are really big things in Korea. Like that's like a big thing. Like people go all out to watch like shows, like musicals, or symphonies, that kind of stuff. But I know that like those musicals and Broadway show like type things is a big thing. But I did not get into Sound of Magic, and I love Ji Chang-wook. Was it good? I did. Okay, so I had it playing in the background, but for me, I couldn't get into it. It was, I actually watched the ending. I watched it kind of running in the background. And I know that he was playing like this amazing magician. He was helping out this poor, literally, like figuratively and literally poor girl. And then all these things that she had to go through. And like the singing was amazing. It was fun. It was kind of like High School Musical slash that one singing TV show on the US, Glee, but kind of like more dramatic and dark than Glee. But I don't know. I just didn't like it. I did like him Love in the City with Kim Ji-won. That one was good. I know it kind of got like mixed reviews, but I personally really liked Love in the City. Kim Ji-won was in it. I did watch 25-21. So I was recently saying Nam Joo-hyuk recently is out in social media with some kind of like high school bullying. I don't know if it's true or not. They made a statement that came out, and I feel like sometimes netizens take things out of context or blow things up. So hopefully, and I think he's a great guy, so I think he'll rise above it. But I did like 25-21. Kim Tae-ri was so good and so believable as a high school student. Nam Joo-hyuk is in 25-21. He was in Weightlifting, Fairy Kimboku, and then he ended up dating his lead actress. I think they were dating for a while. And then she came out recently in a Kdrama called Shooting Stars. I watched Shooting Stars. That one's very light, pretty fun. That one was cute. I liked 25-21. It's about, his character was so likable. Like his family went from very, very rich in the 1990s, but then like IMF happened, which is the International Monetary Fund, where a lot of Koreans, they went through some very big financial difficulties. Then he was able to somehow turn that into a newscasting career. And then Kim Tae-ri's character, she was this star fencer, but it was kind of like a look back on their life through the eyes of her daughter, which was cute. Like, it was a very cute drama. I thought it was just very charming. I really liked the dynamics between all the high school kids, the classmates, and the rivalry between her and the other fencer, and the guy that loved the other girlfriend fencer. And Nam Joo-hyuk played a really good guy. Like, I was wondering, okay, like I thought when it said 25 and 21, it was going to take us from when he was 21 until he was 25, and then they were gonna, like, I don't know, speed it up. But it was mostly like, I would say 90% of when she was in high school and her early fencing years, and when they were going through that love story, and then they just sped it all the way through that to middle age. So I'm like, I thought there was going to be more kind of romance when they were like, a little bit older, and then they would have like, some kind of happy ever after. But it was different. I think that that's good. Like, we don't always need to have the two lead characters get together, get married, live happily ever after. It's good to have like other, I think, aspects of it. But yeah, I really liked 25-21. I also watched Business Proposal. That one is super cute. And you know, the funny thing is, I don't know if it's funny, but the thing with that one, it ended after 12 episodes. Like they didn't even, I almost felt like they just chopped it off at the end. They're like, okay, well, you know, we just need everybody to like wrap it up. Yeah, Business Proposal was so good. Like they really needed to have a little bit more of together time and maybe like some kind of like struggle and then come back together. But the grandfather got sick. He moved to the United States and I'm like, what happened? But I did not know that I really liked the lead actress. She is an amazing singer. Like her voice is really good, and I think she's in a lot of musicals, and she's known for having a strong voice. She didn't sing that much in this K-drama. She sang a little bit to the grandfather. And I do like the lead actor, An Hyo-sup. So An Hyo-sup was in that historical K-drama, the glowing red eyes one on Vicky, where he like him and this other girl, they switched I guess eyeballs. I don't know. That one was good, but I loved A Business Proposal. And then the girl, she was also in a K-drama that is going to come out with Uncanny Counter. That one I did not watch because I think it's very creepy. I think that one has a lot of like scary, zombie, creepy, thriller kind of, not animals, but characters. Like it's too scary to watch. Like there's kind of some kind of mythical sorcery thing. I don't know. That one was not for me. Yeah, not for me. And oh, I loved the secondary romance. Like nobody had to compete for each other's loves on this drama, but Kim Min-gyu, he as this second-hand guy to An Hyo-sup's character, so good. And I really liked his romance with Kim Sejong's best friend. Like they just had really good chemistry. Like it was cute. It was cute. And I especially loved this one interview between, I think it was, I don't even remember. I think I watched it on TikTok, but it was really cute. Like there was very good dynamics between all the actors off camera too. So behind the scenes, they all seemed like they were having a good time together. Like it was just very cute. I also watched a really old K-drama on Netflix called Mr. Sunshine with Kim Tae-ri. And I think I watched that one because I had just gotten done with 2521. Lee Byung-hun is in that one too. That one I definitely give it 2 thumbs up because I think they did a great job. Like that must have cost a lot of money because they were shooting it in the US, Korea, and they did so much in terms of costume, the epic battles. What do you mean? The tree friend, one of them passed? In real life? Or just... That one I don't understand. The tree friend, one of them passed. Which K-drama are you talking about? Oh, the tree friend. Who's the tree friend? Like the real tree? I'm so confused. I don't know that one. And then the other Korean show I'm watching, it's Changed Days. Oh, from Mr. Sunshine. I thought it almost seemed like they all died. They all died. Like Lee Byung-hun character self-sacrificed at the end. And, oh gosh, the hotel heiress, she died in being carried at the ocean on the love of her life's back. Oh my gosh. That K-drama, it was so sad towards the end. Like, and it was almost like, I don't think it was like a biography of any one person, but it definitely showed the story of what Korea went through under Japanese occupation. So that was really sad. That was really sad. But what I am watching, and I'm waiting for the next episode, is Change Days. That one is so good because it's with 4 couples, and they're all going out on dates with each other. And it's all, okay, at first I was like, the first episode, I'm like, no, it's not that interesting. But the second episode got very interesting. And it's kind of like Singles Inferno, or like Love Island, where there's just a bunch of attractive people going on dates or talking about dating and doing dating stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see the dynamics between couples. But with Change Days, they're all like on the verge of breaking up. So they're kind of like, it's a way of introducing these people, these couples, to new people to see if they actually want to date a new person. So I thought that was an interesting premise. So, oh, that one, 39. Yeah, I watched that one. That was a short drama too. Son Ye-jin was in it, and the girl from Hospital Playlist was in it, and then the third girl, she was in it, and she played a mean girl in this other K-drama. Oh, it was so sad. It was so sad, but it was also really good because like it was kind of like it gave a storyline that was different than other K-dramas, because in other K-dramas, like, they go through medical therapy and, you know, they're okay. So this one, she opted to not go through the 1% chance, or even, I think it was like 0.1% chance of survival. So she made the best of it. Oh my gosh, that one was so sad because she waited 10 years for her ex-boyfriend, and finally when he decides to get together with him, then that shocking news. Like, it was really sad. It was really sad. It was sad for the families. It was sad for all of the different friends. Like, it was just so, like, no, it was just so real. And you know what, like, that goes to show like good acting, because like the storyline is like sad, but the acting was so good that I wanted to watch it every week. Like, that's one of the dramas that I'm like looking forward to. But yeah, and you know, with Son Ye-jin's character as well, like, she had a rough life too. Like, she, you know, her mother was kind of, you know, a bad character, and then even in jail was trying to take advantage of her, trying to take advantage of the adopted parents. And then An So-hee was Son Ye-jin's love interest, adopted younger sister. So the father of that guy, he was so angry that the son and the mom wanted to adopt this child. So that was the sister. And the father, and then he ended up dating another orphaned adopted lady. So the father was like, I can't believe that my son is just always going to be surrounded by all these orphans or adoptees or what have you. And I think the son is just a much bigger, better person. Yeah. And he protected the younger sister and was about to walk away from the father if he wasn't going to change his ways. It's like, how do you adopt a child and then because of, you know, your own personal financial reasons that you're just going to throw her away. Like, that's just not good. But it says for the actor that he was believable, because I really did not like the father, because he was very believable as a mean character. And Son Ye-jin, she is a really good actress. Like, I've liked her in everything that she's ever done. I think she was the actress in Personal Taste with Lee Min-ho. This was a long, long, long time ago, where I think her father was, I think this was Son Ye-jin, Personal Taste, where she was the daughter of an architect and he wanted to see her father's drawings. He pretended to be gay and became her roommate. And then, I don't know, there was a famous scene in that drama, and I think it was her, and it's where Lee Min-ho, like, it's where he takes her in his arms, spins her around, and says game over, and then kisses her. Like, I've seen so many memes on that one, or little like outtakes. Like, it went super viral back then. It was good. I really liked that one. Personal Taste. I'm almost positive it was with her. This had to have been like early on in Lee Min-ho's career. It was cute. I think it was a webtoon or an anime before it became a K-drama. It was really good. I highly recommend that K-drama. Personal Taste. That was cute. So those are all pretty much the K-dramas that I'm currently watching. I think, yeah. Because I'm only really watching off of Netflix and Viki. I bought Disney Plus because I wanted to watch the Park Hyung-sik and I wanted to watch the Love, not Love is a Mixtape, but it's like soundtrack number 1 or something with this girl from Nevertheless. So it was with Han So-hee. So Han So-hee and Park Hyung-sik, they were going to be in soundtrack number 1. And supposedly it was going to be on Disney Plus. It was like broadcasted everywhere. I subscribed to Disney Plus and it's not listed in their subscriptions. I mean, I stopped looking maybe a month or 2 ago, but I'm like, how do you do that? That's like, it's kind of like a bait and switch. And I really want to watch it. I still want to watch it. Like, An So-hee is very good. Like, I wanted to also watch The World of the Marrieds. She's in that one. It's on Netflix, but it's not Netflix Korea. No, it's not Netflix in the United States. It's blocked here. And Disney Plus, they advertised it, but it must be like in different countries, not in the United States, because I can't find it. And I asked everyone, so I'm pretty disappointed because I like Park Hyun-sik, and he came out of the military and he did Happiness, and that was a creepy zombie-like apocalyptic virus drama, and I liked him so much that I actually watched that one. He got a lot more buff. I think it's from the military. That one was good, but I wanted to see soundtrack number 1 because he plays this guy who has this one-sided crush to what? Han So-hee's character. And Han So-hee, I know this is going to be a little bit like controversial, but I really liked Nevertheless, the K-drama on Netflix. Nevertheless, even though Sung Kang's character was a major D-bag, like, he was a bad guy. I don't even know if he was a bad guy. He was just kind of he got around. He got around. He definitely got around. Or you never really see it, but it was always like there was a lot of kind of backstories. He did kiss other people in front of her, and he was always kind of picking up on people. There was an ex-girlfriend in the background. He was kind of a bad guy, like a bad boyfriend material. And she was just kind of a sucker. Like Hanso, he went on some kind of Korean variety show and even admitted or told her character in that K-drama, wake up. Like, she's like, wake up. This is not a good guy for you. But like, they had a lot of good chemistry, and it was like a fun K-drama. I recommend that one. That aired last year, but I would recommend it for people who want to see a cute summer romance kind of K-drama. It was cute. I really liked that one. And then she, right afterwards, did a K-drama called My Name, and it was so good. It reminded me of The Departed, with the Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio movie, where it was a undercover it was an undercover cop that infiltrated a gang, and then like there was a little bit of reversal. Yes, My Name was so good. So My Name really reminded me of The Departed with Leonardo DiCaprio, and Leonardo DiCaprio's movie was a remake of a Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs. So Infernal Affairs was with Tony Leung and Andy Lau. They're huge actors in the Hong Kong world. I think I just recently saw that Tony Leung is going to be 60 something, and I'm like, oh my God. I remember watching him right out of college in the movie Chungking Express, and I absolutely love Chungking Express. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a Wong Kar-wai movie. It's with Faye Wong, Tony Leung, Takeshi Kaneshiro, who is gorgeous. He's like one of the first Asian models for Prada, and I think like Louis Vuitton or something. I don't know. I think Prada. I think. Anyways, Takeshi Kaneshiro's in it. Maggie Cheung's in it. It was so good. Spectacular. I highly recommend Chungking Express. But anyways, My Name reminded me of Infernal Affairs and The Departed. And I love Hong Kong movies. They're like when I first got introduced to Asian world of cinema. It's amazing. Actually, no, way before that. I used to watch Chinese martial arts movies with my father when I was very young. So anyways, I've been talking for a really long time about K-dramas, but it was really good seeing you again. Thank you for joining me on my live stream. And I may try to make this a more regular thing because I'm trying to bring back my whole Korean community and discussing K-dramas. And I gotta say, like, remembering all of these stories, all of the names, all of the actors, all of the different stories, it's really helping with memory, you know, because you gotta keep an active mind, an active body, active soul to keep, I don't know, energized and have good energy. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.